Well, hello and welcome to Little Workroom Crafts. My name is Davina and I live in the southeast coast of the UK. Today is Monday the 12th of July 2021. Yep, I think. Oh my God, I don't even know what year I'm in. 2021. Yeah, it is, isn't it? And it's episode 70. Wow, what can I say about this week? There has been some crafting done, but not a lot. As you can hear, it's hay fever. It's not one of my colds. It's actually hay fever today. In this little in this little workroom even, I have been so busy. But I can't tell you what I've been doing because it's a big secret, but you will find out soon. But oh my gosh, am I tired. I can say that. I am so tired. But oh, I've had so much fun. So much fun. But I can't go on about it because it ain't fair on you guys. But it is a secret. But as I say, it will be coming out soon. So, yes, I've got to tidy everything up in here. I've got to oil my baby and change her needle. And because I actually was working over the weekend, I didn't have my normal clean-up time. And I haven't managed to do my quilt block, but that doesn't matter at all. There's no rush for that. You know, I always say my crafting is not a race. It is just a pleasure. And yeah, so this week I've got some little bits I've got to do, which I'm going to talk about right at the end. And then next week I'm taking off. Yeah, I'm having a week off. I'm resting. I'm just doing it. But oh my gosh, I am just so excited and nervous and everything, all the emotions. But as I say, you'll find out later. Anyway, let's not go on about it too much. How are everybody? Hope you're all fine. Where you can find me is down in the description box, and everything I talk about today is down in the description box as well. And I think that's everything. I normally do in the intro. On Saturday, because once a fortnight on Saturday, Claire from mr&mrs yarns host a Zoom, and oh, it's so much fun. Oh, we do have fun. So you just want to keep an eye on her on her Instagram, and she gives you all the information and everything. But we do have a laugh, we really do. It's like the normal. I didn't even take mini knitting or anything up this week. It was the Saturday just gone, and some of them were crocheting and knitting and that a lot, but I didn't take it up, and we were still having a giggle. It's still having a giggle. It is, you know, we put the world to rights sometimes, but we do have a giggle. So I had that at the weekend, which was absolutely lovely. Bit of a disappointment yesterday with our boys, I will say, with the old football, but let's face it, they're young lads, you know, you can't be harsh with them. They did try, bless their hearts. So, but, you know, it wasn't meant to be. That's what I always say, it wasn't meant to be. So, anyway, today we have some patchwork, but not my quilt. It's something else. How I'm getting on with my cross stitch. I was hoping to get it finished, but I didn't get round to it. We have some knitting, and then right at the end we have a little bit of a shop news, and that'll be it. So it could be a quick one this week. We will see how it goes. So first, let's hop into the patchwork. As you all know, I am doing the stitch along with Molly and Mama, her night before Christmas stocking. This is the pattern. I know that a lot of you have been hopping on, which is really good because this is so much fun to do. And, you know, if you actually, after you've brought the pattern, if you sign up, you do get emails of every stage that we do. Well, the last Thursday was week 2. Let's put that there. And we actually did put our hexagons together in the shape of the boots. I have to take my papers out ready for Thursday. And yeah, and I'll see what happens. I'm assuming we will start putting the actual stocking together, which I am so looking forward to. I have got, I'll show you actually, because I've already pre-cut. This is for the little mouse that I found in Stash. Oh, this is from Stash. The back is done in strips. I love this fabric. I think a couple of 3 years ago it was a Lewis and Irene. I'm sure it was Lewis and Irene, and if it was, I don't know, I don't feel like a Lewis and Irene. I just wish it had come out again because it is so much fun. But all these are actually in the front of the stocking. So what I have done is I've done the traditional Christmas tree, the plaid, the stars. So what I'll do is I'll do cream colour down the back. And then my lining, I had this already in stash, which I think is really appropriate. I've brought this, of course, now that, again, a few years ago. It's a calico, but it's been printed. And if you see, it's got snowflakes on. So I thought that would be appropriate for the lining. I am thinking I might use this to bind it as well. Oh, it's there. Yeah, but to actually bind the top. But we'll see how it looks after. You know, things always change, don't they? Once you get them all together and you think, no, you know, I'm going to change this and I'm going to change that. So, you know, it is, you know, really funny, really, in a way, how quickly things can change when they are actually all put together. But yes, so that actually is the stocking. As I say, I wanted it to be more traditional colours, and the actual hashtag, which I can't remember again. Did I write it down last week? I think I did. I know I put it on the screen last week. I'm sure, anyway, what I'll do is I'll put it on the screen again. I'll put it on the screen again for you, because I thought I might have written it down, but no. No, that actually is a bit too much for asking with me. So to save me time, but I didn't do it. Anyway, I'll write the hashtag on the screen, and it is very active, I will say. And yes, I'm really, really enjoying this. Okay then, so that actually is the patchwork this week. As I said, I just haven't had time to do my strawberry quilt block, but if I don't get it done this Sunday, I will get a couple done again like I did before on my week off next week. Okay then, right, let's go into the cross stitch. Now, as you all know, I had a problem with my other one, and I've gone on to this one, this cross stitch. Oh, and I've left the pattern downstairs. Where have I put the pattern in? I always put it in my bag. Oh dear, what I'll do is I'll write the pattern on as the person, I think it's a, do you know what, this is really good, isn't it? Really, really good this week. We're doing well. We are doing well. Little house, no, it's not. That's Little House. I think it's Plum Street. Yes, and it's stitch twice, count once. That actually is what the pattern's called. And I was really hoping, as I said, I was going to get this finished, but I just didn't manage it. But I'm hoping to get it finished this week anyway, to get the stitching done. So what I have actually got done, I got the lady completely finished. I got this done across the top here. I got this, the cross there done, and this part. I've got to go down and do another bit of foliage, then another vase, and then replicate that again this side, and then do a bit of back stitching in there, and then I think it's finished. So yeah, and what I did is I actually did go out, and because it was in the sale, and I got myself one of these that clamp onto a table, which is nice actually, because then you can stitch away. I did think I might be able to put it on my, you know, my tray thing that goes across, but it's too deep, unfortunately. But yeah, but I did actually take it upstairs on my tray, on my standy tray thing, and it did work really, really nice in bed. So I did a lot of this in bed one evening. But no, I am really, really pleased with the way this is turning out. I have actually bought in some of my own colours because I didn't have them, so I just matched. But yeah, so, but I'm sure it is a Plum Street. I will put it on the screen who it's from, and yeah, but I must admit it is a lovely pattern, and this is my plan after I go downstairs for this afternoon while this is uploading. Right then, so as I said, there's not a lot to show this week. So the next thing is my knitting. Now, I have been, oh, let's move that over there. That's what I keep my cross stitch in. I have been working on my vanilla latte socks. I did mention this pattern last week. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I have knitted loads of these over the years, and it is from Virginia Rose Jeans, and it is such a brilliant pattern. And I have actually got as far as I've turned the heel, and now I am on the gusset. I'm decreasing in for the gusset. I am enjoying this so much. I just sit there in the evening, and because it is a two-row pattern repeat, and the second row is basically knit, it is so easy to do, you know. So I am loving it. The yarn I am using, this one is the Rico cashmere luxury sock. I love this yarn, absolutely adore this yarn. It is brilliant to work with, and that is the label. And the one that's called Pumpkin is the Cascade Heritage. First time I've used this, thoroughly enjoying it. It's weird because all know I love the Cascade 220. I've knitted loads in that. This one feels a little bit more rustic, but it's very soft, but it's not itchy. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I do like the Heritage, and the colorway for this is number 5646, but it's actually on the website that I bought it from, is called Pumpkin, which is ideal for me, absolutely ideal for me. So yes, that's the knitting. So right, that's it, I'm afraid. It really is it. As I say, it's going to be a quick one because I've been so busy, but not doing things that I can show you. Yeah, I know, it's a bit it's a bit hard, but I'll be doing plenty this week, honestly, I promise. Now I am going to tell you a little story. Now I got a picture through from my bruv. Now you all know that you've seen my brother when him and his friend Adam had their chest waxed, didn't they? Well, the daft little devils, well, they're not little, they're big guys actually, sent me a photograph saying, look what we've done. And they did it for a giggle. I don't know why they've done it. And look at this. Yes, they have dyed their hair pink. I don't know why. I haven't a clue. I don't think my brother's ever dyed his hair. I don't know about Adam, but I really don't know what possessed them. Suppose they were bored, I don't know. But that's what they've done. Okay then, right, now we have got one more section. What have you been up to? Now I have been, it's been such lovely week this week, because I have had 3 ladies contact me with photographs of what they've done. It's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So this is your way of putting your stuff onto the channel, basically. And right then, so I've written them all down so I don't get them wrong. So let's have a look. Okay, the first one is Charmaine, and this is from the USA, and this is her cross stitch. Isn't that beautiful? Of it's like chicken rooster, absolutely brilliant. And this is her patchwork. Very patriotic, but my gosh, it looks stunning. So well done, Charmaine. It's absolutely brilliant. Now the next one is, right, now I know I'm going to get this wrong, because you know what I'm like with words. I struggle, right? So this is the lovely Kerry, and she has sent a picture of a biscurini cross stitch that she made. I have put in brackets there, pink cushion. So But isn't it beautiful? Oh, the delicate work on there is absolutely gorgeous. So absolutely brilliant, Kerry, sorry. So yeah, well done. Now this lovely lady, Debbie, she sent me a few photographs. So what I have actually gone and done is put them in a, oh, what do they call it? It's not a scrapbook, is it? A collage. That's it, a collage of all the different ones. So I'm going to move right over, and this is so this is Debbie's, and this is here, and she has actually done some zumigurami. So they're all beautiful animals, and it's eight book. I don't know if it's 8 book or book 8, but I'm just writing down what lovely Debbie has sent to me by email. But oh my gosh, ain't we got some clever ladies? So thank you ever so much, Charmaine, Debbie and Kerry. You have done some stunning work between you, and I love the mixture of the crafts, you know, the cross stitch, the patchwork, and the crochet. It is just absolutely beautiful, and you've all done amazing. So excellent. I just love it. And at the beginning, if you see, there is a photograph, there's a few photographs actually of the pumpkins. They're growing. They seem to be the only ones, as I've said before, that seem to be enjoying this damp wet weather. But yes, they have really been growing. Also at the front, there's some photographs. Last week, Glenn had a week off work, and we spent the first part of it together, and then on Wednesday I dropped him off fishing and then picked him up Friday, so we had a couple of nights out there. And as you can see, he had befriended a swan. Well, I'd say more the swan befriended him actually. But he was a big old boy, and you could see that this swan was really a big boy. And he yeah, so Glenn got some lovely photographs of him. I just think he's a beautiful bird, absolutely beautiful. And then I've got photographs of him with his rods all set up and things like that. So I've popped all them in the beginning so you can all see, and I'll pop some more at the end as well. Okay then, right, so what I'm going to say now is a goodbye if you're not interested in the shop, what's gone into the shop last week and what's going into the shop this week, because this week's update is something completely different. I am actually stuck on this one, on what to call it, but yeah, we'll see when I show you. But if you're not interested in the shop update, so thank you ever so much for joining me today, and thank you ever so much for all your oh, actually, before you go, I remember. Remember. There was a question. Oh, please forgive me. I can't remember your name. A lady was asking me about the quilt that I'm making from Laurie Holt's book. Am I going to quilt as I go, or am I actually going to quilt as one piece? Now, I would love to quilt in one piece. It's the way I've mostly worked. But unfortunately, I can't get down now because of my legs on the floor to be able to quilt, to layer up the quilt. I know Glenn said that it'd help me, but I don't know, with a quilt, I don't know. I know he'll try his hardest to get it right, but am I actually going to be happy with it? So I might quilt the blocks as you go. I could do it, and then rather than putting a sash in between the blocks, because obviously quilting as you go, you have a strip at the back and at the front. That's fair, isn't it? At the front and at the back. So that I could do in a different colour, or I could do that as scrappy or something to tie it all in. But that probably will be the route I will have to go down. If I do it that way, I used to be a big hand quilter. But I could do a mixture of both, I suppose, you know, some on the machine and some by hand. But as soon as I have actually made up my mind, I will be taking you down that journey with me. It is, because quilt as you go is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And because they are such big blocks, that probably would be easier. I normally use the Lynn Edwards technique of doing it, but that probably could be the way I have to go down, actually thinking about it. Okay then, anyway, so I've digressed there a bit. So hopefully I've answered your question. And yeah, I reckon it probably is going to have to be a quilt as you go. Okay then, right, so let's get over. So what I would like to say is, people that is not staying for the shop update, thank you ever so much for being with me this week, and I will see you next Monday as always, and hopefully not as sniffly with the hay fever. And so please take care, stay safe, happy crafting, bye. Okay then, right, anybody else that is actually staying with me on Friday, like I normally do, I had my usual little update, and this week I did pop in a couple, well, 3 actually, project bags which are Christmas related. So with it being Christmas in July, so the first one I am going to show you is, they're all medium sized with handles and drawstring. This is the traditional one, and it's got that on the back. You have got your normal pocket and so on the inside, and as I say, it's got a handle and drawstring. So yes, that is the traditional one. Now this one here is made with, this here is an Annie Downs, that is one of her Christmas collections that she did, whoa, it's got to be about 3-4 years ago. And this here has actually got the sheep on the back, so you've got the strip of Annie Downs on the back and the front. And this here, which has got the writing on it, is actually a Lynette Anderson, and this was from her collection, as I said as well, a few years ago. Say a few years, about 3 years ago. And yet again with a handle inside. Oops. You have your pocket as always, and your drawstring, and they've all got box bottoms. Now this one it's got to be one of my favorites. Now this one is more colourful and joyful and all this. It's not the lower tones. So this is the sheep in winter. And it's front and back. You have needle cord for the base. This actually here, I don't know if you can see, oh, you might be able to see it there, is actually a tone on tone with snowflakes. You've got your needle cord handles. You've got your pocket with yet again your sheep fabric, and yet again it's a drawstring. So these 3 went into the shop to represent the Christmas in July, to go with, you know, the pattern that I launched, which is obviously Christmas in July as well. Okay, oh, hold on a minute, I've just remembered I've forgotten something. There it is, right. Oh, come on, don't do this to me. There we go. Right. Now, I know there is some different ones of these out there. There is some makers that already make these, but I have actually came up with an idea of a 2-in-1. I did pass a couple, I posted a couple of these over to my friend Viv, so she could give me an opinion, and she said she absolutely loves them. She's actually taken them away on holiday with her. So they're really getting tested this week. So I have been out and brought some more fabrics. I do have some of these fabrics left over, which these 2 are made in, but I have gone over and brought some animal fabrics, more flowers. I'm trying to think. Animals, oh, there's one with a sloth on it and stuff like that. So there is going to be a mixture when they all go in the shop on Friday. So what they are is, this is the one I'm using at the moment. They are the cake holders. Now why mine are a bit different, let's take this out, is that they're fully lined, absolutely fully lined. So the only thing that you actually, the only way that you actually see is a raw edge is the little bit at the bottom. There, that is it. Also, what's different with mine is when they actually come, if anybody buys them, so when they arrive in the post, They're going to be that high. And why I said the 2-in-1, because, you know, like me, you know, there's not all the time do we use indie dyed yarn. So we do use a ball of yarn, you know, sock yarn or whatever. And so what I did is I designed this. So let's pop that in. If you take it from the middle of the ball, like I always do all my yarns. So this 2-in-1, you can fit a ball of wool uncaked, because say not everybody will have a wool winder and so on. So this is to fit a shop brought sock yarn or 4-ply. And then what you do is you fold it over like so and give it a little edging, and then pop your yarn in like so, and then that makes it into the size for your cakes, the ones that's been caked up. So that's why I actually oh gosh, I've taken that out. Where I've taken that out from the thingy. That's what I'm supposed to prevent. So that's why I actually lined it all, you see. So then when it folds over, you actually don't see nothing, you know, none of the raw edges or the workings or anything like that. So a 2-in-1. But I can't quite come up with a name for them at the moment. So I'm going to make a big batch of them this week, and then they're all going to go in the shop on Friday, like Friday morning, as always. And yeah, I did come up with a name, and then I thought I might be taken off of Etsy, because then I actually clicked with me that I actually was being, well, I didn't mean to, I will say, but it would sound a bit rude. So I can't use that. So if anybody's got any ideas, all I know is it's a 2-in-1, but a 2-in-1 what, you know? I don't know, because it holds balls of wool and cakes of yarn. So I don't know. But even though you see these two are that's a commercial yarn, and that's a commercial yarn, because that's the other one that I use for the my socks that I'm doing at the moment. And I say it's brilliant. They just sit up. See, they sit up like that, and you know, the ball don't go flying everywhere. It's absolutely brilliant. But this one's the same. You know, you open it all up so it's long, so you can get your you know, a commercial ball of yarn this size in it as well. So it caters for both. That's the idea that I had in my head, that I wanted it to cater for both. So this is the two of them, and as I say, I'm really happy with the way that it's got me. It took me a while to get there, but I got there. So I've written all my measurements down and everything, and I got there. But as I say, I've got some went out and got some, you know, stretch fabrics, and I'm going to make a big batch. So anybody that has got a clean, I will say, name that is appropriate for these, it would be very grateful. Glenn and I he's at work at the moment. We were talking on the phone this morning about it, and yeah, we just, because it's a 2-in-1, you know, it's not a cake holder, because it's yeah. Anyway, I'm sure one of you will come up with something for me. I'm sure of it. So, okay then, right then. So as I say, those bags are already in the shop. They went in on Friday. And these cake or yarn cases, or whatever we come up with the name, they will all be going in the shop Friday morning. And I'll let everybody know on Etsy. No, I won't. On Instagram and Facebook. Obviously when they have gone up, like always. And just quickly before I say a big goodbye, I'd like to say thank you ever so much for all your support in my little Etsy shop, and also for the support of my pattern. I just can't wait to see you know, some of them being made. That would be brilliant, absolutely brilliant. That really will. So anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you all. And sorry, it's a bit of a quickie this week. But yeah, these things happen, I'm afraid. So I'll be back as normal on Monday morning next week. So I will see you all then. So take care, stay safe, Happy crafting. Bye.